Hello everyone and welcome to MPC's Fantasy Football Week 9 review for the 2020 season. I'll be your host Anthony this week, filling in for the commish, so let's get right into these games. We'll start right off with my devastating loss to Justin the Pervert Herbert as he takes my replacements and beats them up to a tune of 125.5 to 110. Who needs to start a defense when CMC is back and looking like Optimus Prime driving through a field of toddlers? No amount of grown men on that field could stop that robot as he laid down a 31-pointer on my ass. The replacements continued falling to the mummy's curse that's plagued them all season as Gaskin is out, Godwin's trying to catch with his pinky only, and Edmonds is just a big pile of trash. A soul-crushing loss, but a valiant effort, and you know what they say.
Pain heals. Chicks dig scars. Glory lasts forever.
Let's take it over to the Home Depots, the reigning champ, getting beaten by the Go-Go Bears 134.5 to 110. A close game where some key matchups made the difference. Kyler Murray tries to cancel out Dalvin's Cook Monster Day, but the Go-Go Bears' A.J. Brown has been back with a vengeance and shows no sign of stopping, just like this team, if Big Ben stays healthy. I think we can toss this loss for the Debos up to Calvin Ridley's sickness and a low outing from Kamara. Any comments on that, Nate? The Go-Go Bears have strong playoff chances at 6-3, but let's not count out someone who's 3-6, someone who's crawling back from the bottom of the rankings, even though they're still technically at the bottom of the rankings. The For Netflix and Chill take on She Doesn't Even Go Here. For Netflix and Chill ekes out the win over She Doesn't Even Go Here. As Mike said himself, it's hard to win when 4 of your best players score less than 20 points combined. On the other side, Jerry Jeudy brings down a 20-burger himself. Some are saying Jerry Jeudy looks like a set-it-and-forget-it receiver. I mean, I'm sure, not saying that, but I'm sure there's some people that are saying that. When Matt Prater outscores Derrick Henry, James Conner, Adam Thielen, and Tyler Lockett, you're gonna have a bad time. Now, speaking of having a bad time, let's shift to the blowout of the week, brought to you by Best Buy. The Pigskins absolutely destroy Show Me Your TDs by nearly 100 points. A brutal margin that you hate to see if you're McGill. The TDs had only 2 players score over 10 points. Not one of MVP's players scored under 10 points, as we continue to see the human glue trap, Devontae Adams, get behind 3 layers of defenders for 7 touchdowns in the first 8 minutes of every game. Taking a look at the actual versus projected scoring for Miguel, we see that there's still hope for him, and this was just a rough day. And our commission knows about rough days, as he was demolished by MPC's 2020 Trade Guru. Naveed and the Hot Chocolates come out swinging and take it home 102 to 58.5. While half of the Hot Chocolates team was on bye, he was forced into giving up one of the best wide receivers in football for James Robinson, who falls into the end zone on a 1-yard run to salvage an otherwise garbage day. But if Naveed trade trends tell us anything, it's that Robinson is going to go for 40 this weekend and Keenan Allen will likely explode. The commish struggled with a rough Tampa Bay outing due to the Antonio Brown, accidentally spilling acid into the Gatorade before warm-ups, and a slow start to Michael Thomas's return, and that continues to get worse as now he looks to be questionable. The Hot Chocolates performed as projected, while the commish falls way short of his projections, bringing him a hard loss and keeping him in the thick of the playoff race. Any response to the league after that hard loss, Commissioner?
Where's my money? You gonna give me my money? Where's my money, man?
Well, you heard him, folks. And before we get to next week's previews, let's take a short intermission.
I didn't even do anything. Come on, man.
It's hard to find an expert more dedicated than John Clayton. He's the consummate pro.
We'll see how the 4-3 and the cover 3 work together.
John Clayton with the latest.
Thanks, Dan. Take care.
From the NFL, Drew Brees answers $100 million question. Rejuvenated Alex Smith talks about
And whenever we need a brilliant insight, he's available at the drop of a hat.
Hey, Mom! I'm done with my segment!
Morning, LT.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Good, thanks. None of these are mine. Hey, Ovi.
Hey, what's up?
What are you doing in the dark, man?
Nothing, just the late night filings.
Really? Late night filing? What are you, a Russian spy or something?
Yeah, right.
All right, I'll catch you later.
Yeah, see ya.
Пронесло.
Да, уж чуть не спалили.
Alright folks, we're back, so let's take a look at next week's matchups, starting first with the Man Bear Pigskins versus the Commish. I expect Wentz as the starting QB here in a disgusting backyard air-it-out shitshow against the Giants, and it would allow Wentz to crank over his projections, while the Packers and Adams are sure to continue the fire against the Jags. Brady is for sure going to have a monster game, but with the potential loss to Michael Thomas and a Juju injury and questionable Ben Roethlisberger, it'll be a tough night for the Commish. My prediction? The Pigskins. She doesn't even go here versus the Go-Go Bears. With both a tight projection and point average, it's going to come down to individual matchups. With Mahomes on a bye, the Go-Go Bears luck out with the Rams playing Seattle, who currently gives up the most points to opposing QBs, mainly because their opponents are down by 90 and have got to throw the entire game. I expect she doesn't even go here to have some big gains with Woods, Connor, and Lockett, but not a great matchup for Henry or Thielen this week. My gut says CMC is a full go for Sunday, so if that's the case, my pick is she doesn't even go here within a tight margin. If CMC is out, well then it's good luck. My prediction?
Doesn't even go here.
The Hot Chocolates versus the Herberts. A big time game here, as I'm going with the Hot Chocolates to upset the Herberts. The perverts are banged up and don't have their weekly 80-point safety net in Travis Kelce. Also, Naveed is the trade guru of 2020, so obviously James Robinson is going to pop off and Keenan Allen will be swallowed up by a Sarlacc pit or something. Prediction? Trade guru. The Replacements versus the Home Depot. Now, I'll be honest, I don't think it's looking good for me in this matchup. I don't think it's looking good for me in this season. And I don't think it's looking good for me in this whole picture. But I'm taking the Replacements to win it, baby. Aaron Rodgers is going to break the TD record by throwing 9 dump-offs to Aaron Jones. And someone is going to punch Antonio Brown so hard that I won't have to figure out if I should start him or Chris Godwin. In reality, DJ Chark, and Alvin Kamara are going to beat me by themselves. And as 2020 shows, it's the year of comeback games, so let's all get ready to cheer Nick Chubb on to 3 touchdowns. But the coach of the Devos is literally vented in space, so I can't possibly lose this game. Prediction? The Replacements. Which brings us to my game of the week. For Netflix and Chill for Show Me Your TDs. Can the old champ keep the slim playoff chances alive? Will the TDs bounce back in incredible fashion after their hideous outing? We'll find out in Ranthony's Weekly Matchup Madness. The only 2 players in Peter's starting lineup that are above 15th in their yearly rankings are Russell Wilson and TJ Hotchinson. The For Netflix team looks like they just drafted yesterday out of players on the waiver wire. Lamar Jackson struggles to play anywhere near his skill level, and Leonard Fournette is Leonard Fournette. DeAndre Hopkins, the saving grace, is worth 3 starting players, which should make up for having to choose between Christian Kirk and Mike Williams, and assuming whichever one is on the bench will get 20 points. With the playoffs inching closer, every win matters, which is why my lock it in madness pick of the week is the For Netflix and Chill. Mainly because I want the playoff race to be interesting, and he gets super mad when you pick him to win. So that'll do it, folks. Thanks for watching. Enjoyed tonight's games between the Colts and the Titans. So that'll do it, folks. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a good time. I hope you enjoyed tonight's game between the Colts and the Titans. And as always, is it Sunday yet?